I just don't even think that there's the amount of gratitude I have for my parents is so big that I don't even think that I can fit it into a video, and I just feel like anything I put on video just doesn't do it justice at all. So my parents mean the world to me, and a lot of what's going to be on this channel is going to be picking apart some of the things that they did when they were raising me that weren't so good, and I don't want anyone to take that as like me hating on my mom and dad, because of course I love my parents. They've been my biggest supporters, and they love me no matter what. They've always accepted me back, and we have our issues and we fight and we get through it, and it's just a healthy part of any relationship. There's always going to be some conflict to work through, and you just work through it. But a lot of what I talk about is the conflict and how I worked through it, and I just don't want that to like throw any negative light on my parents, because they're great people and they were great parents and they're still great parents, and we all learn from things and grow through things. And I was the oldest of 4 kids, so I was the guinea pig in a way. But with kids, everyone's different, so my sisters had different experiences with my parents than I did, and I've learned a little bit about that along the way just in talking with them, and it took me a while to like realize that my experience of how I was parented was different from theirs, and it's because we're all different people. So my parents had to figure out how to parent each one of us a little differently. But nothing that I say on my channel is ever a sob story, or I'm not looking for sympathy from anyone. I'm sharing my story to help people get through and get along with their journey. But my parents are the best. My parents are the best. There's literally so many memories I have, good memories. I'll never forget Mom's rule. You can only carry to the beach whatever you can hold in your hands, and if you can't carry it on and off, then you can't bring it on the beach. No, my parents are great. They're the best example of a marriage. Not that they've had a always happy marriage. I've seen them fight. I've seen them go through a lot of different things. The example they've set for me is how to withstand the storms, because they've always withstood the storms with each other, and they did their best they could raising us. And my sisters may say one thing or another thing, but I want to keep this all positive. But sometimes the way to the light, you have to get through the dark, and I have been through a lot of dark, and I can tell you how to get through the dark. But part of getting through the dark is recognizing the negative. You have to recognize the cycles, the things that you're doing. And so what I bring up that is negative, like different aspects of the way that I was raised, is going to come up a lot, because I'm talking about raising my kid, and the example I had was my parents, and not everything that I do as I'm raising my son is the same that my parents did. I don't want anyone to think that I have bad parents. When I talk about my experiences, I literally had the best parents in the world. Just a lot of things. Going to school events, being a part of they were always at my band performances, they're always at all the school events. Dad was really involved with all of the towns, and so he was always bringing me around to the newest things that are getting built, and the little the skate park and different projects he's involved. And I just want everyone to know that I'm extremely, extremely grateful for both of my parents. They're both still living. I live under their roof, and I'm at the point where I feel like what I've gone through that involves them is worth sharing, even if it ruffles feathers a little bit. But I'm going to do all I can to make sure that they know that I love them so much, and that I'm thankful for them, because they have made me into the person I am today, and they have gotten me to where I am today. Whether I liked how they did it or not that's me. I gotta work through that stuff on my own, and I'm still working through a lot of stuff on my own. I just don't even think that there's the amount of gratitude I have for my parents is so big that I don't even think that I can fit it into a video, and I just feel like anything I put on video just doesn't do it justice at all. And so I'm sitting here now after I've just talked about my parents and all this stuff, and I'm sitting here now thinking like it's just not good enough, and I'm beating myself up over it, and I shouldn't be, but I don't think it's good enough to express how grateful I am for them and for all of the things that they allowed me to do, and that they led me to do, and that they helped me through, and that they provided me with, and they supported me through. Like, there's just not any amount of words or a video that could fit the amount of gratitude that they deserve at all in there. So I'm gonna put it out there because something is better than nothing, but I love my parents so much, and I am just very, very grateful for them and for where I am because of them, and who I am because of them. Nobody's perfect. We're all imperfect, perfectly imperfect, but we should all be striving to do better and to be better every day. And that's what I'm trying to do. And as parents, we all do the best with what knowledge we have at the time. And I think that it's amazing now that we have the internet, and all of us parents can share what's working, what's not working, how we've, broken past cycles of how our parents raised us and their parents raised them, and all the way back. So I think it's really cool that we have this now, that we can share and bounce ideas back and forth and help each other out. I don't think I can ever truly give my parents the thanks that they deserve. I hope one day I will be able to. Like, I want to see everyone do good and be happy and be successful.